Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allie. Today, I'm gonna be telling you what I watched. Just like if you need like recommendations or like stuff like that. But I'm just gonna like give you a generalization of what I have watched and if I would recommend them. So you guys can take your pick of what you guys are thinking of watching or what you guys are curious about or like stuff like that. But I'm just gonna go like down the list of what I watched. I have watched a lot, but not like the newer stuff, kind of not. I'm like in like a generalization, you know. But for the newer series, favorite stuff, I watched Lovesea. That is a show that is like my favorite. And it's like, okay, so let me like generalize this for you. Like, so we have our main character who is a writer, a romance writer. So we have Rock, who is a romance writer, and he goes to an island because he needs to write his new book, but he doesn't say that he doesn't have any inspiration. So he goes to an island and he is picked up by our other character, Masamu, and it's so funny because he rides on up to him in like kind of like a scooter like thing, which is kind of funny. But then like and then he's like, where am I gonna put my luggage? My luggage won't fit on that. And then we have Masamu going to another like scooter where there's like little dolly thing where he can put his suitcase on. And it's the funniest little thing because he has to ride on that, and you know he's fancy. He has like his black, you know, shirt on. He has sunglasses, you know. And then you have your other characters like where he's like, you know, chilled back. He has his, you know, Hawaiian shirt on. But then we get into like, it's just such a really good series. If you guys want to watch it, it's like, I don't even know how to like say that. It's just such a nice, warm series. But like, if you're thinking like it's gonna be like kind of like Love in the Air, it's not really like Love in the Air. These are really like, it's just different. It's more mature. It's more toned down and like down to earth, or like, but it's also like very fun. And you're like, ooh, okay, yes, you know. And so that's love seeing my words. But I'll give you a description of like if you want to watch it. So we have Turnrock is a good-looking and hot guy from a wealthy family who's also a writer of popular romance novels, like I said. While driving in search of inspiration for his most recent novel, he chances to meet Masamu, a young, irritating, and jerky southern man. Okay, yes, but like, I'm cool with that, you know? When they end up in bed together, yes, they sleep together. But it's not like what you think. If you guys want to watch it, that's kind of the premise of what I think. But it's a really nice watch. You should watch it if you like that sort of genre. That's like my first top pick. So, and then we have, if we're going like Love in the Air, we have obviously Fort and Pete. There's off series, and then we have Noel and Boss, The Boy Next World, their series. The Boy Next World, I had, because you had Love in the Air, then you had Lovesea, and then you had Boy Next World. And after Lovesea came out, I had really high expectations for Boy Next World. And I thought that Boy Next World was going to be like, you know, how do I explain this without being such a bitch? My expectations were down by the end. Like, they started off really high, and they came down in the middle. It's not that it was bad, it's just I wished it gave me more, you know? If you guys watch this series, what did you guys think? I want to know. Because in my opinion, it came off like just like a little bit off than I wanted to. But I do have to say that the special episode that they put out really made up for it though. But I'll give you like a little bit of a description. So basically it says, if one day someone tells you that you're a lover from a multi-universe. We're doing, you know how the like multi-universe stuff where would you believe if someone that was your lover in an alternate universe came to your universe and said to you, would you believe me if I was your lover? Basically like that. And so then it goes to Pooh, love feels out of reach. One day, the famous senior, sir, a perfectly accomplished man, stepped forward and said, we are lovers. How could Pooh believe it when neither of us have ever met before? Even though doubts arose, Pisa seemed to know everything about his life until his little heart gradually began to lean towards his. Moreover, this person said that if we haven't known each other, we would have asked for the chance to start over again. Pooh's heart eventually softened and melted. I like him and he's just my type, but there's one problem. He's my lover in the multiverse, so Pooh has to decide whether to let his lover go or keep him for himself. And I got that as, so we have Pooh. He didn't want Pooh in his alternate universe to not have the sir that was in his universe. So I get what he was coming from. And the multiverse really kind of fucked with me here. It's like, you got like little snippets. I'm just gonna say right here. Spoilers, a little bit. But, and like, I'm not gonna like go too into detail, so if you want to stay, you can. But you can probably skip this like a little bit ahead. But, you kind of saw like how it was a multiverse, but also it wasn't a multiverse, I'm gonna say. Just to give you a little bit of inkling, you know? But it's a really cute series. If you do love Boss and Noel, it's a really good series. They did really well. But I personally would like just a little bit more. But I do have to say that the special episode made up for it. Anyways, let's get on to our next series, which is, let's see, what else do I love? I'm gonna do the Heart Killers. Okay, so next is the Heart Killers. So I had this when this series came out, so fucking excited for it. I wanted to watch it, like I was literally there for all those episodes, you know? But I'll give you like a little bit of a summary in my words. I'm just going to say this right here. I hated Cat in the first episode. Hated him, because and all through until we got like kind of the end, or until we got to the island. No spoilers, but just saying. But I feel that he got off a little easy. Just saying. In my personal opinion, I feel like he didn't pay enough. You know, maybe that's petty in me though. Maybe I'm just a petty bitch. Anyways, this is kind of like a hitman dark romance. It's like not really a series that you really like. I don't know. Like it's not lovey-dovey, but it can be, but not really. I mean, basically, it's like a dark romance. It's a really good one if you do want to see it though. But I'll give you a description. So we have Kent, a badass tattoo artist, which to be fair, you barely see him as a tattoo artist, but I digress. Police informant was just fucked up, but I get it. It was for his brother. Is asked to investigate a hitman brother duo. Now let me tell you, this, I don't know, yes, I get it that he was doing it for his brother, but I feel like you shouldn't brought Style into this. Like, you should have told Style what he was in for in the beginning, but I get it. Anyways, I digress. But when his attempt to dig up information by getting close to the younger brother, Bison, gets curbed by the overprotective big brother, Fidel. I love Fidel. Let me tell you this right here. He was the only sane person. Let me tell you, he was my favorite. Anyways, Ken has no choice, but he does have a choice. He could have. Anyways, but to find someone to take Fidel out of the way. That's where Style, his good-looking, full heart, party mechanic friend, yes, comes in. Now the two friends are putting their lives and heart on the line. Will this mission end with a kiss or a kill? I love this show, like, with all my heart. But if you like, it's just like push and a pull and a push and a pull. You know what I mean? But it's a really good watch. I highly recommend this one. Like, if you're not gonna watch anything, that's a really good recommendation right there. Love in the air. What was the other one? I don't know how I feel about this one though. This was a weird series. Let me just say that right now. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that was just like a few recommendations on my part, but there are a lot of recommendations I would give. That's like a brief summary of like my top. I didn't mention Love in the Air in this video, but that's like a given. Like, that is a show that just needs to be watched, in my opinion. But I was gonna talk about Kin Raja, but I don't know. I don't know. Should I talk about that show? I don't know. But I did like 3. Those are 3 dramas. If you guys like this kind of video, let me know down below and hit that like button if you guys like this kind of video. It would let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the video. Bye!